Just about every team had a home event this weekend, which means regular seasons are starting to wind down and postseason is just around the corner. On Wednesday, the men's basketball team was at Finlandia, and although it was a slow start for the Jackets, they responded by dominating the rest of the game. In the second half, their lead got as big as 39 points, as Xavier Patterson, Javon Walker, Enrique Sanchez, and Joey Barker were all in double digits. Sanchez had a career high of 15 points as the Jackets defeat the Lions 103-77. Then on Friday versus North Central, the Jackets had a lead early, but then the Rams went on 11-1 run to hold on to a 36-27 lead at the half. In the second half, Patterson knocks down a 3 to make it an 8-point deficit. But the Jackets couldn't get any closer than that as the Rams take this one 70-56. Joseph Fahrenholtz had a career high of 18 points and 9 rebounds. Then on Saturday versus Northwestern, Fahrenholtz put the Jackets up on the board first, but the Eagles just couldn't miss as they shot 53% from the field for the game. The Jackets would try to get close, but nothing could stop the Eagles from making the baskets. Barker led the team with 12 points in the 77-62 loss. Up next, they will head to Minnesota Morris and Crown to close out the regular season this weekend. Friday versus North Central, it was a tight defensive battle, and there were plenty of lead changes throughout the game. And in the third quarter, neither team could build a lead larger than 4 points. But it was in the fourth quarter the Jackets kept it close, and Paige Servais had a chance to tie it with the clock winding down, but her three-pointer just hit the rim as the Rams take this one 47-44, and Elise Bessinen had 14 points in the contest. Versus Northwestern, it was senior day for Brianna O'Donnell, Maddie Larson, and Kaya Davies, who will be graduating early. The Jackets started out hot in the first quarter, building a lead of 6, but the Eagles would tie things up at 16. Then heading into the second quarter, Northwestern built a lead, but the Jackets would score the next 7 to only be down 27-31 at the break. Going into the second half, Maddie Sanders ties it at 31, but after that, the Eagles would lead the rest of the way as the Eagles take care of the Jackets 53-41. They're at Finlandia today and then close out the regular season at Minnesota Morris and Crown this weekend. Let's just say the women's hockey team has had a busy week. On Wednesday, they started things off over at UW-Eau Claire. After period 1, it was scoreless, but the Blue Golds would add 2 in the second and then 3 in the third. Mackenzie Whalen had 40 saves in the contest as the Blue Golds shut out the Jackets 5-0. Friday was game 1 with the UW-Stevens Pointers. The scoring started from team captain Jamie Davison. Then in the second, it was Jenna Bufflin who got her shot to go off the goalie and into the back of the net. The Pointers, though, would add 2 quick ones right away to tie things up at 2, but the Jackets responded with goals from Gabby Andriacci and Cora Coes, who defeat the Pointers 4-2. Then in Game 2 of the series with the Pointer was on Saturday afternoon. The Jackets came out strong, but the Pointers would net 2 goals early. UWSP would add a lone goal in the second period. Then in the third, on the power play, it's Bufflin who would snipe it in for her 5th goal of the season. But the Pointers take Game 2 of the series 3-1 and split the series. Then on Sunday, the Blue Golds were back in town. The Jackets kept pace with Eau Claire and held them to just 2 goals after 2 periods of play. But the Blue Golds would add 2 more in the third to win 4-0. Molly Black got her second start of the season in the net, making 27 saves on the night. They will host Northland Friday and Saturday to close out the regular season. On Wednesday night, the men's hockey team was at Stevens Point. Jackets got on the board early with a goal from John Stampor, who scores his first collegiate goal. But the Pointers would answer right back in the first period, tying things up at 1. And that's the way the score stayed as we were headed into overtime. The Pointers come out on top of this one, 2-1 in overtime. Miles Hector had 35 saves on 35 shots. Impressive. In Game 1 of the series versus UW Stout, the Jackets started off well with Colton Bates putting one in early, but the Blue Devils scored the next 5. The Jackets would try to mount a comeback in the third with Archer Turchiev, but Stout would put in another. Then Gavin Rasmussen scores 2 goals, but the Blue Devils get the win 6-4. In Game 2, the Jackets showed strength as Troy McTavish and Chad Lopez scored for a 2-goal lead early. but Stout would get one back at the end of the first. In the second, it would be Zach Bannister and Jillian Johnson who added 2 more to the Jackets' lead. The Blue Devils would score in the third, but Jordan Martin scores for the Jackets. UWS ends their 5-game losing skid with the 5-2 victory over the Blue Devils. Now it's on to the WIAC tournament first round, which they will play at UW Stout Friday and Saturday. Track and field held its second home meet of the indoor season. It used to be known as the Yellow Jacket Open, but has now been renamed the Maday Classic in honor of Coach Sam Maday, a UWS alumnus and assistant coach who passed away unexpectedly in December. There was a ceremony prior to the start of events to honor Coach Maday and the Maday family. On to the results of the inaugural Maday Classic. Let's start on the men's side as Derek Moe won the 5,000 meter run, Tyler Finger won the 1,000 meter run, Earl Foster won the 60 meter hurdles, and a relay team of Ian Matheson, Stephen Pearson, Will Shore, and Ethan Westermeyer won the 4x200 meter relay. Gage Stankiewicz placed second in both the shot put and weight throw events. Moe and Stankiewicz were named UMAC Athletes of the Week. For the women's team, Nicole Koski won the 5,000 meter run, Jess Newman won the 200 meter hurdles, followed by teammate Kenzie Cruiser. Gina Scanlon was second in the 3,000 meter run, Alexa De Quevedo finished second in the long jump, and Kasha Hewlett was second in the weight throw event. The men's and women's tennis teams competed at Bethel on Saturday. On the women's side, Callie Olson played the tightest match of the day, dropping 6-4 and 6-3, but the Royals sweep the Jackets 9-0. For the men's team, Michael Janes improved to 2-0 on the season in singles by 6-4, 6-4. He also won UMAC Athlete of the Week, and Andre Louise picked up the team's other point versus the Royals. They fall to Bethel, though, 7-2. The teams will play at St. Mary's on Friday and Loras on Saturday.